بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأصلي وأسلم على حبيبه وخير خلقه ومصطفاه من عباده محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك اللهم لك الحمد حتى ترضى ولك الحمد إذا رضيت ولك الحمد بعد الرضا اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم أما بعد. All praise to be due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty, the Creator. We thank Him until He is pleased with us. We thank Him when He is pleased with us, and we thank Him after He is pleased with us. And we send peace and blessing to be upon His Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had sent with the mercy and the religion of peace for the mankind. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the blessing upon Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless this beautiful sitting where we are sitting now. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who have created, who have sustained, who have provided, who have invented, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who keep to sustain. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who give the kafir, who deny him the rizq. Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala going to stop us from having a loaf of bread that will complete our life? Today, brothers, inshallah, we'll be talking about the sustainer. And the sustainer is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Almighty. And we will be talking about the sustenance that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give. And by the end of this session, we will have a big frame of picture about what is actually sustenance, and how we can handle it, and how we can open the doors of sustenance and rizq for us. Now, before we start this, brothers, I want to ask you, if somebody tell you that you have rizq coming, what is the first thing that come to your mind? Money. What is second thing that come to your mind? Money. Well, I tell you the truth, money is the least of the rizq that you should be worried about. Why? Because rizq actually have so many kinds. What about a good wife who save you the money? Isn't that a good rizq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And I see some beautiful young brothers who are still looking for a wife here, mashallah. What about a good son or a good daughter who actually make the dua for you to actually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open for you the doors of rizq? Isn't that a better rizq? What about the knowledge? What about the knowledge of Quran? What about the knowledge of Islam? What about the knowledge for the dunya itself? Isn't that all kind of rizq that will open for you rizq? So this thing actually, brothers, is all types of rizq. And one of the important also type of rizq that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has told us, نِعْمَتَانِ مَغْبُونٌ فِيهِمَا النَّاسِ الصِّحَّةُ وَالْفَرَغُ. There are two blessings of Allah that many people will have hasad for them, whoever have it. Being actually have plenty time on your hand, and the second one is to have good health. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He sustain us with a good health for us and for our family, and He sustain us also with the time, leisure that we can study His religion. And before I start this one lecture, I want you to know, brothers, that this is a hadith from Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He told us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written the rizq 50,000 years before He created heaven and earth. So your rizq is already written. It's already known by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So why we should worry?